Good morning, Nate. I'm Paul. How are you? Welcome to the Golfing Academy here. This morning, what we're going to do for you, we're going to go through a few aspects. I believe you've just taken up golf, yeah? Okay. It's a good time to start with us. As a complete novice, you'll obviously have various defects in the golf in your game. And I understand that you're having problems with what?
My drive.
Drive is the biggest thing of all. Okay, and obviously it's one of the biggest things you do in golf. What we can do for you this morning here, basically, we can start you off here this morning, go through a small program to get you ready, or your body more used to swiping at the bars, or swinging for the balls per se. We have an analyst here, so I'll do all the analysts for you. There's another girl here, Emma, she will come out, she's actually a swing analyst. She'll go through the complete swing from start to finish. We break it down into components. You probably think you get up and you swing a golf club and it's just a matter of hitting it. There's so much going on in the body from top to bottom. Emma will break it down, go through it, you will find the faults, whatever it is, and get a program working to actually rectify those faults. Is that okay? Nothing to be nervous about. As you can see, you have cameras here at both ends, and basically the reason they're here for is to actually compare and contrast you against a swing of a professional golfer. Okay, so you come out, you go through the motions of it with Emma. She'll go through that on the screen with you. After that, then I will be able to turn around and say, give you some exercises to do as part of the program to get you ready for it. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Couple of things that you just want to be wary of. You're starting off in golf, one to be expensive, don't damage it. So when Emma comes out, she will be using this here instead of a golf club. Okay, it's lighter, you're not focusing on the head when you use it. So let Emma go through that with you when she comes out anyway. So just hold that for one moment and then let her go to you now.
Hi Neve, how are you? Okay, so as Paul said, I'm a swing analyst here in the academy. So today what we're going to do is we're going to break down the components of your drive, because from your coach and you, I hear you're having problems with that. Okay, so what we'll do for the purposes today, you can see I have a dowel with me, right? We're going to use a dowel today instead of a golf club. Basically, it's a lot easier. It takes the attention away from the head of the club, because when people focus on that, they tend to focus too much on that and forget the elements of the actual swing. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to analyze it from basically your setup straight back to where you finish in your golf swing, okay? And just for the purposes of today, we have a camera here. We also have one recording over here. So throughout, I'm going to show you how you're swinging the club, and I'll also show you how a professional golfer swings the club also. And we'll do that, and we'll just analyze it then. Okay, so Neve, moving on from the introduction just there, okay? So we're basically just going to go through your whole setup, right? So as you know, I know you're only starting golf a while ago, but as you know, your setup is the most vital part, right? So focusing on our feet again, if you just want to set up, okay, our feet is shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward, maybe even a little bit wider than shoulder width, okay? Just for the drive purposes, okay? Your arms are straight out in front, again with your left hand on top, right hand over, yeah? Okay, in line with your left leg. Okay, and again, it's straight back, straight through. What I want you to think about here is like a pendulum of a clock, okay? So it goes straight back and straight follow through, that clean contact with the ball, okay? So if you just want to have a practice shot there for me. That's good, okay, and reset again. Focusing your knees straight, yeah, okay? And again. It's good, okay? So just from there, I can see a few areas that we do need to work on, right? So I'm just going to bring it over here, and we're going to have a look at a professional golfer and how he swings the golf club, okay? There that you feel that you might not be doing properly, or that you're having issues with? Your full position, yeah. Okay, and is there anything else? Just from noticing that, we'll analyse yours in a second, but just from there, is there anything else you want to feel that you have an issue with? Your grip, yeah. Those would have been two things I would have pointed out as well. okay? So this time what we're going to do is I'm going to set up the camera here, and we're going to have a delay on it. So basically a 10-second delay. So it goes out, it'll allow me set up with you, okay? You will swing the club, you'll come back, we'll have a look at it, and then we'll put it into split screen, and it will compare against professional, and we'll see exactly what we need to work on, what Paul will implement in the program for you, okay? So we'll just go back out here. So what we're going to do, remember the setup again, okay? So concentrate on your feet, your grip, okay? So I'm not going to prompt you here. I want you to swing the club. I'll record it, okay? And when you're finished, just come around and we'll have a look at it, right? So just 1 second. Okay, so whenever you're ready, take 2 swings. That's it, and reset yourself. Okay, so if you want to come around here, we'll have a look. Okay, so have a look here and point out maybe something that you're doing that might need improvement. Okay, so
Only movement with my shoulders.
not in your shoulders yet, but is there anything else looking down? You pointed it out in the video with the professional golfer.
Oh, my foot
Your
position
foot
again.
position,
Yeah.
okay? So we're going to go around again, okay? We're going to reset you, and we're going to record again, okay? So you just get ready there, and we'll give you 2 seconds. Okay, so last time your foot position was far too near, okay? And the golf club was nearly outside of your left foot, okay? So this time move it a few inches. That's it. Go a little bit wider, yeah. Okay? And the club in line with the heel of your left foot. Okay? So just for purely this, just maintain that foot position, okay? So I want you again to take 2 swings, right? Feet shoulder width apart, swing the club, okay? Step back and then reset yourself, okay? So I want you kind of thinking that you need your feet exactly a little bit wider than shoulder width and concentrating on that foot position, okay? Okay, whenever you're ready. That's it. Okay, if you want to come around here, we'll have another look. Okay, is there anything you noticed there?
Grip.
Your grip, okay.
Yeah.
What about your foot position in that one as opposed to the last one?
It was better, was it?
It's a lot better, okay, because if you're having difficulties with your drive,
Yeah.
okay, your setup and your foot position are vital, okay, because that ensures that the ball is genuinely, it's actually going to go straight. If you set up wrong, it's not, okay? So this time, we're going to go back, set up once more, and we'll focus on your grip, okay? Okay, so keeping in mind our foot position we've just gone through, okay? Grip, very important, okay? So the club in line again, your left hand with your thumb directly straight. Yeah, okay. Your right hand, your fingers come underneath, yeah, and your finger wraps around. That's it, okay? So we don't want this, or we don't want this, okay? So basically your thumb wraps around your other one. Yeah, like that, okay? So this time again, twice, okay, and the second time reset yourself. I'm going to video it, and we'll have one, this is the last run, okay? We'll have one more look at it. Okay, so whenever you're ready. Okay, so if you want to come around here, we'll have another look. Okay, so if you just have a think about that video we've just done there, okay, and the very first one, what do you think?
Not better, my stance is not better, and the grip.
the two key elements we focused on, they did improve, okay, but they don't just improve straight away, right? In order for you to kind of recap and kind of think about your stance, your grip, all the elements to a golf swing, you need to implement a program, okay? And I'm the swing analyst here, so basically I've analysed that swing. I'd like to meet up with you again, but we'll go through that in a few minutes, okay? But right now, my partner Paul's going to take you through what program, what exercises you can put in place to help aid with your golf swing, okay?
Okay, thanks Emma. How did you feel about that?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, you can see when you sit down with an analyst and go through all the different swings, all the different parts of the body that move, that it is that little bit more complex than what you would have thought when you were there first getting involved. Okay? It's not rocket science, you will learn it, and the only way you're going to learn it is through practice, practice, practice. Okay, so I was sitting over there and I was working out some sort of program or plan that we can get you started off on. Like, you progress from one plan to the next, to the next, to the next, working your way to policy. Basically, the one thing I think that was causing a lot of the problems was your stance. Okay, Emma went through it there. She said, "How you line up?" And you have a look at the video, you see the way a professional lines up. Anyway, so we have a couple of small programs, tricks, whatever you want to call them, that can get you into the habit of doing it. Okay, if you're using this here as a stance, remember we were saying 1 foot here in line with the ball, okay, just into the back of the heel, feet shoulder width apart, okay, and what you're doing is, you could do this with your golf club, or if you wish to use it down, normally you see them practicing with the golf club, okay, and one of the ways of doing it is, you're getting ready to hit the ball, you're in your stance, okay, leaning into your shot, okay, but what I want you to do for the purpose of this, there's 3 components of this. The first one, we're just going to move shoulders only, then we move it slightly from the hips, and then we do a full body as you're going straight through, okay? So basically your first one is you're coming in, and if you, every single time you practice this, if you use these 3 components, you've got one that way, one that, so you'll know exactly, ball's there, this is where my feet should be, okay? So once you know where your feet should be, this doesn't matter for a moment, okay? The club is incidental to where your stance is, first of all. We're going that way with the shot. So your stance is there, you're ready to go, okay? You've got in, you've leaned into the shot, okay? Get the grip, okay? Cross the shoulders, you're leaning in, and basically all you're doing is just rotating the shoulders back forward, as if you're going to hit a shot. We're not using the bottom half of the body at all, it's just purely just the upper half, just moving it through, okay? I might get you just to practice it just to see, and I can talk you through it anyway. So again, you're coming in from nowhere, you're on the first tee, you're shooting it that way, okay? So what you've got to do is, you place your ball straight out in front of you, so that's it. So you know that the ball is in line with the back of your heel, and this one here. Legs just slightly bit more, yeah, just slightly more, okay. So, now, so you get your knees just bend slightly in as if you're not bending over, but you're coming in as if you're going to hit the shot, so your body weight is coming slightly forward. And all I need to do is, you don't touch the top of what half the body doesn't move, just rotate your shoulders, good. Try not to move the hips at the moment at all, good. Yeah, good. Keep that going, good. And you get into a little routine of doing it there, and you're doing it nice and easy, back and forward, good, good, yeah. Yeah, again, those knees a little bit soft as you're coming forward as you're, and just move the shoulders, good. Are you comfortable doing that yet? It'll take a little bit of time to do it. You probably feel, what the hell am I doing here? But just to get used to it. Yeah. Okay, just relax on it there. Okay, so that's part of the program. Your first thing you can do, if you're doing any training at all, that's the one you're going to do. Your first one is your stance. You're getting that. You must learn that. So every single time you take a shot in golf, especially when you're teeing golf with a driver like that, you're going to get that stance going. You remember, there's my line. This is what I'm doing. And it does no harm for you to stand up and practice 1, 2, 3. Second one then is when you're moving the hips. Rotating the hips into the, still not moving the bottom half of the body yet. We're going through as if it's following through, okay? Just the more and more you practice of that, the more you get used to the movement of it. Have a go at that one there. So remember, you're lining with the ball again, okay? Lined up, okay? You've got your grip. So this time you're going to move shoulders and just down as far as the hips. So they're coming through, the swinging through. Yeah. Good, good, and a good stance as well. That's good. Now you have the hang of it. Excellent. Yeah. Very good. Relax. When you come back a bit more, hold it and then push through. Hold it and then push through. Hold it and then push through. Yeah. So hold it, push through. Yeah. Back. Hold it back and push through. Good, hold it back and push through. Good, how does that feel?
Yeah, that's good.
Good, again, so that's the second part of it, and the final part of the first part of your program will be like a full swing itself. So what it is, you get in again, okay, we have a position, we're in, we're lined up with the ball again, this time as if you're hitting a shot, so you bend over and you're following straight through. Okay, so you're going to bring the front straight through. And do it like the action. So it's slow up. The tempo coming up will be a little bit slower than when you're following through, obviously. You're coming up and straight through there. Okay, and it's a little bit awkward when you're holding that, but it's just to get you into the system and the rhythm of doing it. Okay, so feet properly lined again, okay? Knees nice and slightly bent, good. So you're coming back, nice tempo to me, and follow through the holding. Good, good. The foot's coming up, good. And again, excellent, good. We're getting that. Just do one more. Good, okay, that's good. There's no point in overloading you with information on the first day here. So basically, we'll probably have about, I would say probably about 5 different parts for your first, say, 6-week plan. We'll do it over 6 weeks, okay? Over those 6 weeks, that was plan 1, okay, your stance. And there's 3 parts of that. Part 2 might have 2 parts, and part 3 might have. What we do is we'll make sure that it will be sent out to you by email. You're on email, you are? Okay, by email within the next 24 hours. Okay, we get that out. You will work on that then, and actually before we go home, before you head off, I need to sit down, 3 of us need to sit down and have a chat just in relation to how we're going to progress going forward, okay? Okay, Niamh, how did you feel about that? How did you feel that went?
Yeah, it went well, and I didn't realise the amount that was in it.
Yeah, there is a lot in it, but again, as I say, it's not rocket science. Once you get used to swinging, there are lots of other components obviously to be taken into consideration there. There's different lines, different areas, of course you'll be in, but just to get you over the very nervous part of it at the start, when you stand up in the first tee box, to get your stance and your swing correct is what we're aiming for. We'll probably give it about 5 to 6 weeks, I would say. Okay, yeah, let you do it overall. Was there anything you need to go back over there today?
No, I have everything there. Just I remember the theme for next.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most basic things that people forget when they get up, and all sorts of things come into their head. They're going to drive it up to the green, they're going to hit the hole. If you remember that, at least from today, that's something that's there anyway, okay? We'll have this program, as I say, there's about 5 different kind of components to it. The 3 areas that we went through there a few minutes ago are the first component, so there's 4 more on top of that as well. They're not, it's nothing great, it's just, if you do it step by step, familiarise yourself with the whole of it, you will actually work out, your swing will work out better overall. We'll get that off to you within the next 24 hours, and you were saying earlier on email, it's fine to send it to you by email, is it? That's great, okay. I'll get your email. Actually, your email will be on the form, I think that you dropped into us earlier on there. Now, the opposite end of that is, we need to know obviously that it's making sense to you, and that you are getting a bit of practice in. We pride ourselves here in following through from what we outlay to people that we want to follow through, and we need to see some sort of comeback on it. So how would you think of getting it back to us, or what would you?
Well, when I'm doing it, I'll get my friend to video it and I'll email it to you.
Oh, perfect, that's 100%. That was one of the things I was going to mention if it was possible. And even when you're practicing, even if it's not a game of golf and you're practicing, go through it. And what we can do then is we can have Emma analyse that again. She can have a look and say, well, okay, I'm still not happy with, say, the shoulders or the hips or whatever it is. She will then come back and email you straight away. So you won't be going down the wrong path by using the wrong swing and things like that, okay? No, that's fair enough. So I say we're kind of setting 6 weeks on it. Would it be possible for you to email back to us say once a week maybe? Or even maybe 10 days at the most? Try to go for 1 week, that's not possible. If you can send that back to us, that'd be great. I think Emma might have a couple of questions, but for the moment, very good. I wish you the best of luck. We'll catch up again in 6 weeks' time anyway. I think Emma has a few questions for you as well. Okay?
Okay, so just going on from what Paul did there, and basically, I just want to go through, have you any goals in mind for your actual golf game?
I'd like to play the competition within the next, say, 6 months.
6 months. Okay. And any others?
And my friends and I are going on holidays, and I'd like to take, I'm going to golf holiday, and I'd like to take part in that as well.
Just for recreation
Yeah.
purposes? Okay, that's no problem. Okay, so what I would mainly be focusing on here is the actual competition in 6 months. So if we're going by that, what we'll need to do is probably meet up in 6 weeks' time. If we put a date in it, we'll say maybe would the 15th of June be okay?
Yeah.
So if you want to schedule it in for the 15th of June. And again, just what I want to reiterate the fact what Paul said as well, just your practicing of your program, roughly how many times a week do you think?
2, 3.
2 to 3, okay. 2 to 3. Okay, and again, you're going to video that and send it on, okay? That's right. Because what I'll do is I'll have a look at the video you send on, I'll analyse it, and I'll also send you back feedback and say, you know, I'm still not happy with this, or no, Niamh, you need to focus on that. So then if we meet up in 6 weeks' time, what we'll do is we'll have gone through the swing again, the setup, the analysing, but this time we're actually going to use a club, okay? So when you go away and practice your program that's Paul given you, it's probably mostly exercise out with the dowel and all that, because it's just familiarising yourself with an actual, familiarising yourself with the game of golf. And so I'm quite happy with that. If you are, have you any other questions or queries for me? No? Okay, so we'll go with the 15th of June, and like I said, that program will be emailed out to you in 24 hours.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.